Hey everyone, today I'd like to talk a little bit about what's called the Nashville Number System. And that sounds like a complex math problem, but it's actually not that difficult. And I'm going to be talking primarily in the context of worship music and the church context, but it really works in just about any situation when you find yourself jamming. The essential idea is you take the chords that you're playing, which you should be familiar with because they're on the page in front of you, and you break them down into numbers, and it allows you to quickly communicate where you're trying to go. And then after you break them down into numbers, you switch them back into chords. And so I know that sounds confusing, but once you understand it, it is so easy and it makes it so much simpler to translate that to a team. So the first step is you're going to want to identify what key your song is in. Oftentimes the first chord is the song of the key, but it isn't always that way. So ask your leader if you don't know. It's okay. We've all been there. You'll figure it out at some point. And whatever key that is, go ahead and start that, and in your head just mentally write down, okay, that's my one. Whatever the root is, that's one. So if you're in the key of G, G is one. And for now, ignore any sharps, any flats, any majors, any minors. Just throw all of that out. So you're just dealing with basic bare letters. So if you have a G, you want to go all the way up to the next G. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And if you know any kind of basic little theory, you've already stopped me in your head and go, that's not an F, that's an F sharp. I know. It's okay. Just wait for it. We'll bring that back in later. So it's as simple as if G is 1, then A is 2, B is 3, C is 4. And so you go through the entire scale and you have a 1 to a 7, and then it repeats back at 8, which you could call 1 again. So that's the essential there is to it. So you have a leader could call out to you, I want you to do a 1, 4, 5. What they're asking for is to do the 1, which in the key of G we've already established is G, and then 4, so G, A, B, C, so they want you to do a C next, and then they want you to do a 5, which is a D, and then probably they'll want you back at 1, so back to a G. So that's the basics of the Nashville number system. Where it gets interesting is some chords are supposed to be major and some chords are supposed to be minor. And you can remember this any way you that helps you. For me, what I just like to do cool imagery in my head, and I watched a lot of cartoons when I was a kid, so I always remember the major chords is 1, 4, and 5. And so there's 1 Batman, there's 4 Ninja Turtles, and there are 5 Power Rangers, which are all shows that I was into when I was a kid. 1 Batman, 4 Ninja Turtles, 5 Power Rangers. Those are your major chords. So anytime you play a 1 chord, a 4 chord, or a 5 chord, it's going to be major. The other ones, the 2, 3, 6, and 7, are not going to be major. And 7, just throw it out. We already made it not an F sharp. We've already ruined it. Just throw it out. You very rarely will play a 7, especially in the context of worship music. Technically, for those of you following along that are into theory, the 7 is called a diminished 7, which I won't get into. Just it's a 7, and you won't play it. Don't worry about it. So for 2, 3, and 6, the rest of the ones that are not 1, 4, or 5, those are all minor. So if you have a G, the G is going to be a 1. 1's going to be major, because it's Batman. Batman's by himself. He's major. 2 and 3, your A and your B, are going to be minor. 4 Ninja Turtles, they're major. They're kind of a big deal. 5, Power Rangers, major. 6, don't have a character attached to them, minor. And then you're done. So if your leader says, I want you to do 1, 5, 6, 4. It's a pretty common chord progression. So your 1 is going to be a G, because that's the 1. Your 5, of course, want G, A, B, C, D. So your D, and because, Power Rangers, that's a major chord. You can go up to your 6th chord, which G, A, B, C, D, E. And since 6 is not any of my childhood superstars, 6 is a minor. So it's going to be E minor. And then finally 4, G, A, B, C. So C is going to be a 4, and since 4 is Ninja Turtles, 4 is major. That's really all there is to it. You find the key of the song you're in, You find the 1, then you establish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just throw out 7 for now. And 1 Batman, 4 Ninja Turtles, 5 Power Rangers. That's all there is to it. Try it out, and you'll find that it's actually a lot easier than it sounds. And if you did not grow up watching superhero cartoons and shows as a kid, use whatever memory system works, as long as 1, 4, 5 are major and 2, 3, 6 are minor. That's all there is to it. Good luck and enjoy the Nashville Number System.